What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this beautifully honest reaction. I was listening to this video by Empress Radio where she was sharing a live that Melody did and a response, I guess, to that live that Wanda, Tisha's mother, did. And it's just so tiring. This show needs to be canceled, although I feel like it's too late because the juice is loose. Like, once it's been released, you can't put it back in, but maybe some of the attention will be swayed away from her because this woman is unhinged, okay? She has, I don't know, Google, I'm sure she's following these people, even if she's blocked. She's probably got burner accounts, like they call them, and Google alerts or whatever, to know whenever something is said, even if it isn't about her directly, but she will in some way try to make it about her. Now, Melody was talking about just in general, even though Wanda's tried to make it like Melody was talking about her. And hey, if Melody was talking about her, referencing her but not saying her name, that's her right to do so if she wants to. If she's talking about a life situation, but she was basically talking about mother-daughter or, just mother-child relationships and how some people really are not in a good place in life when they have an issue with how somebody else has a relationship with their own mother. And it wasn't even really anything negative that she said. Actually, I'm going to play a little clip.
While I'm talking, y'all shop, hit the like button, tune in, share the live, all that good stuff, okay? So, I was talking to a homegirl of mine yesterday. We were having this conversation, and that's what prompted me to be like, man, I'm going to talk about it on live. And what she said to me, she was like, in this conversation, without me sharing too much, she was like, Mel, I feel like some of my issues I have now is because when I was growing up, my mother wasn't really there, right? So, me and my friends, we love to pour into each other. We all know this is a safe space. They know when we talk, we talk. They don't never, it's a safe space. And same for me. Okay.
All right, so that's courtesy of Empress Radio. And basically, she was talking about a conversation that she was having with a friend. And Wanda took issue with it. And so Melody was like, a hit dog will holler, which is a statement I've heard since I was a little girl. And I've used it a lot in my life because it's a real true statement. And I know because my husband has 4 dogs and we've had a whole lot more through, the years that we've been together. You hit a dog, it's going to yelp, it's going to holler. So Wanda took issue with that. Like, are you feeling some guilt about the relationship that you have with your daughter and how she was raised and how you may not have really been there as much? I don't know. I don't really care. But I wanted to share a clip of this because it's something that she said that I was like, wow. Like, there is no bottom, apparently, when it comes to this woman.
No names. I ain't saying nobody's name. If the shoe fit, like my mama used to always say, baby, wear it. Wear it. Wear it. Then you had the dozen to say that your fan over there, you never correct them once. Oh, you must be talking about Miss Wanda of Destiny. That's the word came out your fan mouth. You never correct them and say, hey, no, I'm not talking about them. I'm not saying about them. So since you came there and you did not correct them, I'm here to correct myself. I'm here to say it myself. I never fuck with a white man. Never. Never.
So what is she implying? First of all, her saying she never F with a white man. Is she implying that Melody did? And if Melody did, who cares? Like, seriously, who cares? She's a single woman. And if she's trying to imply that that's something that happened while she was married, girl, bye.
My daughter got a husband. My daughter ain't left her husband.
Is that a flex? That Tisha is still with this man that really doesn't like her? He may have loved her at one point, but to be honest, it really seems like he married her out of obligation, not because he was in love with her. It's like, seriously. And Melody chose to leave the trash bag of a husband that she used to have. Like, is that supposed to be a flex? Because Melody had the will, the mindset, the strength, and the fortitude to leave a marriage that was toxic and to leave a man that wasn't even a man.
A thing. My daughter ain't do that for a thing. My daughter didn't do that for this right here.
She's so stupid. Listen, anyone trying to imply that Melody left the marriage for fame, and this is no dig to Melody. Melody's not famous. She is definitely a public figure. She's definitely a reality television personality. But people need to stop using that fame word, tossing it around like it's Skittles. But also, she really needs to just destroy that narrative that she left the marriage so it could bolster and boost up her career. She left the marriage because God said go, and it was the time, and thankfully she listened. Because do you know how many people God said go to and they're still staying there? And it's not just marriages, but anything that's toxic that God was like, get up out of there, and they stayed in it.
She's there because when she married him for love, okay? Regardless what go down, regardless what happened, she married him for love, and she's still married.
What the hell? This is the type of stuff that is so destructive, so dangerous, because I do believe that he was abusive. I do. Not just verbally, not just sexually, because being... Oh my God, it just makes me so angry to even talk about this. But people really, they downplay people who are in relationships and definitely married, sleeping around like it's nothing. Don't you know that is sexual abuse? Because you are risking infecting your spouse possibly with STIs, STDs, some that are incurable, and it's none of our business. But do you know the statistics of people who have been infected with STIs by a spouse that, or just in a relationship with a partner when they thought they were in a monogamous relationship, and then the spouse or the other person winds up getting something, and then they go to the clinic? That's how they find out that the person was cheating. That is sexual abuse. So her sitting there talking about how she got married for love, and regardless of what happened, she's basically trying to say it didn't matter if the man was treating her like trash, didn't matter if he was being unfaithful, didn't matter if he was uncaring, unloving. All he cared about is getting his ding-a-ling sucked and screwed. You should have stayed in this marriage. That's why her daughter is staying in the marriage that she's in.
And when we get down to the children problem, we're going to talk about the children? Yes. We all mothers have our children love us. All our children love our mother. But do they love their mom? Period. Do they love their mama? Do they love their mama? I'm saying, people can always throw salt on somebody else like they own somebody got salt that nobody else can throw back at them. And motherless is when a person, I always thought when you have a child and you mother a child, you're supposed to keep that child. I wonder what happened. But that's motherless, though. Oh, I thought so. That's motherless, right? When you have a child and you don't keep the child, that's motherless. So it's just a daughter people want to keep. Oh, okay. How smart that is. How fucking smart that is. And I'm using, Tisha don't use her children for fame. She don't use her children for fame. Period. And let me tell you what grandmamas do. Since everybody want to put their parents on the top chair. Wait, y'all, let me get me some more juice. Hold on.
Let me stop it because, listen, clearly she doesn't know what she's talking about, but she basically was implying that Melody's using her children for fame. Melody is a public figure. She is a reality TV personality. Was her children featured on the show at one point? Absolutely. But did she use them to garner more sympathy and more likability? Absolutely not. They were a part of her life. Love and marriage. The marriage included the children. Her ex-husband was the one that had no issue with it until he couldn't get what he wanted. So he used the children as a weapon to not have them be able to be showcased on the show and on social media because he couldn't get what he wanted. So we just had Father's Day, right? Who's the one with the issue with the children? Like, this is just absolutely ridiculous. And so Tisha, she and her husband, they didn't show their children on the show that much because that was their right and choice to not do so. So to sit and compare, she's the one with the problem, okay? But her implying things about possible terminations, if you get my drift, her talking about her using the kids for likability and for what she calls fame is just absolutely ridiculous. Tisha's not famous. Marcel's not famous. Nobody on the show is famous. Like, there's a lot of people that don't know who these people are. So just because someone is on a reality show does not make them famous. Do you know how many reality shows exist? And a lot of people, if they were standing in front of them, nobody would know who they were. Famous is when you have to have security everywhere you go because anywhere you go, people recognize you and know you. That's fame. And so I really don't understand there is no logic, but I really don't understand. I was about to say the logic, but this woman thinking that Melody can control people. Well, because you got the fans out here saying that that you're talking about me and you're talking about Destiny. Since you didn't correct the fans, then I'm going to say something. What the hell is Melody supposed to do about that? Because people are assuming who she is talking about. She could have not been talking about any person in particular, and the hit dog hollers, meaning Wanda. So she's going to sit there and do a video speaking to this woman like she's sitting there watching that. I'm quite sure Melody isn't watching it. Anything that she gets of it is because somebody may have brought something to her, and she either chooses to say, well, yeah, tell me what she said, or maybe I'll listen to a little snippet of it, whatever. But if she's like me, you don't even listen to things like that are negative about you to not infect your own spirit. This woman is weird. Carlos, he really did something terrible by allowing somebody like her to have access to this television show. This show is about to go bye-bye. And what are they going to cling to? She'll probably still be watching Melody from the bushes, okay? seeing what she's got going on in her life and just trying to find some little nugget of something that she can say was about her so that she can do a live and do a YouTube video, whatever, to try to stay attached in some way, because that's really all she has. Like, seriously, I don't follow her, so I don't really know what else she does, but why isn't she doing something as a grandmother that's positive? If she has these people that are following her that like her so much, then why isn't she doing something that's positive? Has she gotten the food truck done yet? Like, seriously, like, why isn't she focusing on things like that versus sitting and going off on Melody? But I assume people who don't like Melody, they follow her for the reads, and so they can get their little rocks off with that because they enjoy it. Because like I said, when I learned that they have Facebook groups that like hate her and it's just that's all they do, it's really, really weird. It's really weird because I can't stand her ex-husband, but I would never create a group so like-minded people could congregate and all we did is sit around and talk about how much we hate him. And that's weird. I got too many other things going on in my life to sit and talk about people that I don't like all the time. Yeah, every once in a while I might create commentary talking about something that happened recently when it comes to him. But am I sitting and talking about him all the time? Absolutely not. I don't even talk about this show all the time, even when I was watching it. I never did reviews on the episodes or any of that type of stuff. So for her to expend her energy when she doesn't even know what tomorrow will bring. She's a woman of a certain age. And I know people dropping like flies no matter what the age of the people are. But when you're that age and you're that negative, that really doesn't do anything for your lifespan. So she might want to check in with a head doctor, a heart doctor, and go to church. Like, find a good church and get in the word and get your life right, because this is just weird. Oh my God, I can't even talk about this anymore. I'm going to put the full video link in the description box if you haven't checked it out and you want to listen to it and subscribe to her channel. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to talk about that for a minute because when I heard her say that, I was like, really? Using her children for fame? Staying in a toxic marriage with a toxic man because you're married for love and now you got out of it for fame. She really doesn't know what she's talking about. They say with age comes wisdom, but that's a lie. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.